Happy Friday, and thank you for joining me in today's avatar. As always, 20 minutes of core with about 5 to 10 minutes of stretching at the end. For today's workout, we have 6 exercises that we will be doing for 4 rounds, 1 set per exercise, with the timing always being 35 seconds of work and 15 seconds of rest. So, as always, let me go ahead and demonstrate our 6 moves, and then after we will go ahead and get started. So we will start our first 2 sets with a single leg V-up. So it'll be isolated. One leg will be bent, the other will be extended, hovering off the floor with your hands over your head. You're gonna go ahead, keep that chin off our chest as always, engaging our core. We are going to sit up, bringing our back completely off the ground, and then we are raising that foot up almost as if we are trying to touch it for that single leg V-up. Then we will switch legs. So opposite leg extended, other leg bent, and then same thing, just coming up for that single leg V-up. Then our second exercise, we will turn it over to our high plank position, meaning our hands and toes, hands directly underneath our shoulders. We're gonna lift our knees up. And again, making sure that back is not curved. You're pulling that belly button in towards your spine, nice straight back. We're gonna tuck in the knee, and then whichever leg is supporting, that's the side we are gonna turn and dip with. So we have a knee tuck to that hip dip. Again, keeping the hands right underneath the shoulder as you tuck in that knee. And again, the hip that is dipping is whichever leg you are standing on. Then we will turn it back over for our wide arm sit-up. Legs bent, feet flat, laying on our back, arms over our head. Same as always, chin off that chest. Bring our back completely off the ground as we sweep our arms around. And then as we lay back down, our arms should be coming back overhead, just like so. Fifth move, we have a leg raise to our scissor kick. So your 2 options, you can either keep your hands under your hips, as always, pelvic tilt, pull in that belly button, make that lower back nice and flat, raise the legs straight up, and then we are crisscrossing those legs back down. You're either gonna stop right before your feet touch the ground or right before your back begins to arch, whichever comes first. And if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can keep your hands over your chest, whether you have a dumbbell in your hand or not, raise them on up, and then same thing, scissor kick it back down. Just make sure that lower back is nice and flat. Imagine you have a towel there that someone's trying to pull out, press onto it so that it can't tug out from under your back. And then our last exercise, our knee hang cross to our leg extension. So taking that elbow, opposite knee, bringing it down, and then you're going to extend that same leg that you tapped out. Bring it back in, elbow to the other knee, and then you tap it, so that's the leg that comes out. Same thing, keep that lower back nice and flat. If you need to, you can always modify it by crossing it over, keeping the leg bent, and just dropping it down for the toe to touch. And then same thing, switching it over, dropping it down, just make sure that lower back stays flat. Or if you want even more of a challenge, you'll do the cross and then you'll extend both legs out at the same time instead of one at a time. Those are our 6 exercises today. As always, if you guys have any questions, feel free to unmute or put it in the chat box. Otherwise, we will go ahead and get started with our single leg V-up. Laying on our back, let's extend that right leg, bend the left leg. Arm over our head, keeping our chin off our chest. We're gonna sit it on up, raise our foot up almost so our hand can touch it. And then we will keep going at that. We are getting started in 3, 2, 1, bring it up. Keeping that left leg bent, right leg nice and straight. And if you have a dumbbell or a water bottle that you want to hold on to add that extra resistance, you are more than welcome to. We just have 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and switch. Left leg extended, right leg coming in. Again, both the feet should be hovering off the ground, arms over our head. We are sitting up in 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it on up. Lay it back down. Engage your core. Resist that urge to use that momentum to help you swing up. Just over 10 seconds to go. Let's turn it over now, our high plank position. Hands and toes. Pull that belly button in so that back stays nice and flat. We're going to tuck the right knee in. Starting 3, 2, 1. Tuck that right knee. Dip the left hip. Bring it back center. Now bring the left knee in. Dip the right hip. Switch legs. Keeping those hands directly underneath your shoulder. Try not to raise your bottom too high in the air. 10 seconds. We can turn it back over for our wide arm sit-up, legs bent, feet flat, arms over our head. We're going to sweep our arms around as we sit up in 3, 2, 1. Back off the ground, sweep the arms around. As you lay down, sweep the arms back overhead. And again, just like with all of our crunches, all of our sit-ups, chin is off our chest. We have 3, 2, 1. Lay it on down, extend those legs out. Your 2 options, hands under your hip, or if you want that challenge, keep them over your chest. Our leg raise to scissor kicks. 3, 2, 1. Raise them straight up, crisscross them on the way down. Keep that lower back nice and flat. Maintain that pelvic tilt. Again, imagine a towel under your back. Don't let it get pulled out. Just 10 more seconds. Go ahead and rest. Bend the legs so that the feet are in the air, hands by our head. Our cross toe tap or knee tap, and then our single leg extension. 3, 2, 1. Elbow to that opposite knee. Whatever leg you tapped out, that's the leg you extend. Switch sides and extend. Again, if you want that challenge, you can extend both legs at the same time. Or if you need that modified version, keep the leg bent and just drop the toe down. Just make sure that lower back stays nice and flat. Let's rest. We are already done with our first round. 3 to go. Extend that right leg out, left leg in, arms over our head. Our single leg V up in 5 seconds. 3, 1. Sit it up. Almost try and touch that toe if you can. Let's rest, switch sides, left leg out, right leg in, arms over our head. If you need that quick sip, go ahead and grab it. Otherwise, we are starting 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, bring it up. Single digits, almost there until we turn it over. Let's turn it over, high plank, hands and toes. We're gonna bring in that right knee and then dip that left hip, pull that belly button in. We have 3, 2, knees up, tuck the right knee in, dip that left hip, bring it back, left knee in, dip the right hip. Let's rest, turn it back over for our wide arm sit up, legs bent, feet flat, laying on our back, arms over our head. As we sit up, swing our arms around. Let's sit it on up, swing the arms, bring it back overhead as we slowly lay back down. Go ahead, lay it back down, extend the legs out, our leg raise to our scissor kicks. Again, keep that back nice and flat. We have 3, 2, 1, kick the legs up, crisscross them on the way down. Again, you're either gonna stop right before your feet touch the ground or whenever that back begins to arch. Five seconds. Go ahead, bend those legs, feet in the air, hands by our head, knee hang, cross it up with our leg extensions. In 4, 3, 2, 1, elbow, opposite knee, extend that leg out. Unless you are doing our advanced version, then you can extend both legs out. Just make sure that back stays nice and flat. Or if you need that modified, just keep the leg bent and drop the toe down. We can rest, and we are going to extend our right leg out, left leg in. We are halfway through, 2 rounds down, 2 to go. And let's go ahead and get it started in 3, 2, 1. Let's sit it on up. Ignore that. My timer is just off. But we are getting through our sit-ups. Ten more seconds. We can switch out, right leg in. Chin off our chest, arms over our head. We are sitting up. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Ten seconds to go. Let's turn it over for our high plank. Our right knee's coming in first, and then we're gonna dip that left hip down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee in, left hip down, step it back, left knee in, right hip. So whatever leg is supporting you, that's the side you are dipping down. Keep that back nice and straight. 3, 2, 1. We can turn it over for our wide arm sit up. Legs bent, feet flat, laying on our back. Arms over our head. We're gonna swing our arms around as we sit it up. In 2, 1. Bring it up. Swing the arms around. Palms facing up. Chin off our chest. Halfway there. Let's extend the legs out. Either bring your hands under your hips or over your chest, whichever version you want to do. And then we have our leg raised to our crisscross scissor kicks. 2, 1. Raise the legs up. Crisscross those scissor kicks down. Keep that pelvic tilt. Go ahead and rest. Just bend the legs. Keep the feet in the air. Hands by our head. Our elbows come into that opposite knee. And then that's the leg that we extend out. 3, 2, 1. Elbow, opposite knee, whatever leg you just tapped, that's the leg you're gonna kick out. Make sure you keep that back nice and flat to the floor. And again, if you want that extra challenge, instead of extending one leg out, you can extend both legs out. Just make sure that back stays flat. We are resting. We are done with 3 rounds. This is our final round now. Right leg out, left leg in, keeping it hovering off our single leg V up. 3, 2, 1. Fast off the ground. Kick that right leg up in the air. Keep that left leg bent. Five seconds. We can switch now. Last time we're gonna do this exercise, left leg out, right leg in. Same thing, hover it off, and then come up for that V up in 3, 2, 1. Let's turn it over one last time. Our high plank position. Tuck that right knee in. Dip the left hip down. We have 3, 2, 1. Right knee in. Left hip down. Left knee in. Right hip down. Does not have to go super far. Just want to rotate it to work the obliques a little. Keeping our hands under our shoulders. 10 seconds. Let's turn it back over our wide arm sit up. In position with our arms over our head. Let's swing them around. 3, 2, 1. Bring it around as we sit up. Sorry. 10 seconds. Go ahead, kick those legs out nice and straight. Hands either under the hips or over the chest as we raise our legs straight up. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Crisscross kicks down. 10 seconds. Let's go ahead and rest. This is it. Our final exercise, legs bent, feet in the air, hands by our head. Our last 35-second set. Crisscross in 2, 1. Elbow opposite knee. Now kick that leg out. Or if you want to advance, challenge your core just a little bit more. Extend both legs out at the same time. We can go ahead and rest, grab some water, towel off if you need to, and then go ahead and meet me seated. Crisscross is how we will begin today. Oh. We will go ahead and start with our hands on both of our knees, taking a nice big inhale through the nose. Elongate that spine as we exhale and twist to the left hand behind our back, right hand on our left knee, looking over our left shoulder. Take one more nice deep breath here. Go ahead, exhale, and then let's inhale back to center. Again, nice tall spine, and then let's exhale, twist it to the right, looking over that right shoulder. One more deep breath in, exhale it out, and then let's inhale back to center. We are going to go ahead, inhale our hands up, exhale that left arm down, place it beside you. You can either keep it here and bend that right arm over, or if you want a deeper stretch, drop that left elbow down and then bend that right arm straight overhead, keeping the chest upright, shoulders stacked on top of each other. Feel it going down the right side of your body. We have 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, inhale it back up, that left arm. Exhale that right arm down. Same thing. You can either keep the hand here and bend it, or drop the elbow down and bend it over. Just make sure to keep both hips on the ground. Don't let that left hip rise up. Have one more nice deep breath in. Go ahead, exhale, and then inhale it back up. Nice and tall. Exhale those hands back down to our knees. Relax those shoulders. Now, keeping your hands holding onto those knees, you're going to extend the arms and just round out the back, chin to chest. Just kind of sink back as you let your hands hold onto your knees. Feel that all in your upper back. We have 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead, inhale it back to center. Sit it back upright, nice straight spine. Let's take our hands behind our back now, interlock those fingers. We're gonna go ahead and raise our hands up, nice little shoulder mobility, getting in some of that range of motion. We have 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, drop the hands down, release them, keeping that right arm where it is. We're gonna bend it behind the back, palm facing away, and then we're gonna take our left hand, place it on the right side of our head, and help guide down our left ear to our left shoulder, stretching out our neck a little bit. We have 3, 2, 1. Bring it back center. Let's switch sides. Left arm behind the back. Again, palm facing away. Right hand. Guide that right ear down to your right shoulder. We just have 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, bring it back center. Next, we're gonna bring our hands in front of us, and we're gonna push on up onto our hands and uncross our feet so that we can come down into a child pose position. Sitting on our heels, palms flat, chin to chest, opening up our lower back. Just reach those fingers as far as you can. Keep the arms nice and straight. And then we're going to go ahead and walk our hands over to the left. And then let's go ahead and walk our hands over to the right. And then we will bring it back center, keeping our right arm where it is. We're going to take our left hand, flip it over, and bring it across and under that right arm, just like we are threading the needle. You can turn your head so that you're looking towards the right. And then if you want a little bit deeper, you're going to take that right arm and twist it up to the sky, looking straight up at it. If it's a little uncomfortable, go ahead and place it back down on the floor. We just have 3, 2, 1. Let's bring that right arm back down, and then the left follows. Now we're going to switch sides, keeping our left hand where it is, right arm. Take it, flip it over, and bring it across and under. And then let's go ahead and take that left hand up and keep it. One. Let's go ahead, bring that left hand down, and then the right. We're gonna go ahead, push ourselves up and come into a cobra position. So pushing the hips forward, extend the legs, hands under those shoulders, and then a nice big inhale as we look up to the sky. Stretching out our core. Let's go ahead. Exhale, downward dog. Raise the knees up, upside down V. And let's pedal out the heels, stretching out our calves. And then we will go ahead and slowly walk our hands back to our feet, a nice little forward fold. If you need to, you can bend those knees so that you can touch the floor. Feel this in the back of your legs. And then we are going to take a nice big inhale up, sweeping our arms straight up. Go ahead, inhale up through the nose. Make it nice and tall, bringing those hands together. And then go ahead, bring it back center. Reach, reach, nice and tall. And then exhale those arms down, relax those shoulders. That is all I have for class today, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you guys all have a great weekend, and hopefully I will see you all next week. Have a good one, you guys.
Thank you. Sorry I was late.